Alrighty, legends. I'm sick of cars not running. I want a running car on this channel. I want to do some driving. So we're back on the Corolla because Old Reliable here, Old Faithful, is definitely broken. But we are going to fix it today so we can go drifting on Saturday. It is Wednesday today, so I have 3 days to sort this out. That might sound like a long time, but I'm pretty sure I've got to rebuild the engine. So let's do some diagnostics here and try and work out what we're doing. And yeah, I'll keep putting off the inevitable until it's too late, and then I'll have to do it, you know. But so if you remember the last time I drove this car, which was at MotorX, so 8 weeks ago roughly, I drove it in Melbourne at MotorX for 2 days. So the MotorX track is just all second gear basically. It's very light on the load sort of thing. It's all a lot of limiter, but it's very like light load, not bogging down a heap. And but where I broke it was at Adelaide Motorsport Festival, I think. So it's very common with a stock like cast piston to do this because I drive like an idiot and I do this. So it's the pops and the bangs that like put the shock through the piston and your brake ring lands. I've done it before and I will do it again, but realistically I should just change my limiter, but that's boring. I like how it sounds. So today we're going to dive into, is this engine usable? So I've got, like I said, 3 days before Matsuri on Saturday. And yeah, can I get it done? Can I get a rebuild done in that time? Hopefully. So what I'm going to do to start with though is I'm going to compression test it. So rip out the spark plugs and we'll see if I can get over 100 PSI on all of the cylinders. I think I'm going to leave it. If not, if it's under 100 PSI on some of them, which I'm pretty confident it's going to be, yeah, I'm probably going to have to pull this engine out and do a quick rebuild. So I do have the parts. I've got some pistons. The legend, Daniel Pryor, has lent me some pistons, or given me. I don't know. I haven't worked that out yet. So yeah, I'm going to dive into this and see whether we can fix it. Like I said, you can hear it on the starter sort of thing. It's down on compression. It's breathing like crazy. Now, if you're an RB guy, breathing usually isn't a big issue, but this 2J bottom end, it doesn't breathe. It never has. Even with cracked pistons before, it doesn't breathe. Like it breathes. You can see it like steaming a bit out of the, steaming or smoking a bit, whatever. Whether it's burning oil out of the catch can, but not normally. Now this time, the other day after I entered Matsuri, I thought, all right, let's have a quick look over, give it a quick health check. Pulled the dipstick out, no oil on the dipstick. Bad start. Classic Jared move. So from here, I thought, you know what, it can't be that bad. Surely it never dropped oil pressure. Always had good oil pressure. It does run a rear sump on this engine. So that is one good thing. It's not going to drop oil pressure easily, but I drained about 2 litres of oil out the catch can. So also not good. So like I said, it's time to compression test this and see if she's smoked, or, you know, see if it's usable. And hopefully I don't have to do a rushed 2-day rebuild of this thing before Matsuri on the weekend. Time will tell, so let's just dive into this. Pull the spark plugs out. I hate compression tests. You know, anytime you're doing compression tests, it's always bad news. You're like, why are you doing a compression test? Probably because there's something wrong. So, yeah, we're going to make a start on this, and I can't put it off any longer. Yep, that still looks good in there. she good to go. Okay, spark plug's out. Compression tester in cylinder 1. I'm about to be happy or be sad. Well, that's good. 185, but that's too good. I was hoping for all of them to be lower. Cylinder 2. All right, not great. That's about where I was thinking they'd be sitting, 150. So cylinder 2 has a broken ring land, without a doubt. Cylinder 3. Whoa, way too good. 200. That's about normal for this. Normally this actually averages over 200, I think. So definitely some damage on cylinder 2. Okay, now we're up to 4, 5, and 6. So this, I think, is going to be where the damage is. Usually this engine, the back of the engine gets a lot hotter than the front, just because of where it is, like heat soak and everything, you know what I mean, in those back 2 cylinders. So usually it's 5 and 6 that are no good on this when I do have problems with it. But like I said, cylinder 2 definitely has a broken ring land. So now's where the bad news probably starts kicking in, I reckon. All right, better than I was thinking. 155. This engine's just dragging me on, leading me astray, thinking I'm gonna not have to rebuild this, but I know those 2 back cylinders, they're gonna be hurting me. Cylinder 5. Way better than I was thinking. 170. So you can see here the problem is the spread. So that definitely has a little bit of damage. That definitely has damage. That definitely has damage. That definitely has damage. I feel like number 6 is going to be the deal breaker here, but heck, if not, it is going to get sent without a doubt. Fingers crossed. Okay, number 6, show me what you've got. I'm sending it. It's fine. It's good to go. Heck, that is very, very surprising. Very surprising. 190 on number 6. Whoo-wee. Much excite. So yeah, problem child. So number 2, number 4 definitely have cracked ring lands. Way better than I was expecting. Definitely some damage on that one and that one. That one and that one 100% have cracked ring lands. But I think it's going to be a-okay to send it this weekend. I'm not going to worry about pulling this out and rebuilding it. So all we're going to do, we're going to give it a clean up, change some tyres, lower it. I need to lower it. So maybe, I don't know what it was, a couple months ago now, I put some heavier spring rates in the front when I got Shockworks like valved and sorted out the shocks for me. And I ended up putting some heavier spring rates in the front. Since then, it's been sitting about this much too high in the front. So I'm going to drop the front, probably 15 mil at least. It's not sitting on the ground at the moment, but good representation of that is that height, how it's sitting there. So yeah, hopefully she's good to go for the weekend, I reckon. Like I said, quick oil change. Don't worry about how much it breathes. I'm going to take an extra 5 litres of oil and she'll be right to send it. So I did want to put this off as long as I could until next, like after this weekend sort of thing, because I do want to put a built engine back in it. So I'm going to get some pistons and the boys down at Harmon's are going to machine a block for me. And yeah, so then we can get a good motor in it for Summer Nats this year, or next year, I should say. Maybe send her a bit, turn it up, turn the wick up, give it some gas, you know. So anyway, let's get into prepping this. always say I'm going to take it easy for a lap, and then I don't. Always. Let's just say that was very close. I almost got nicked by this much. Missed it by that much. As I was heading out, I was swerving and warming up the tyres, and I noticed the oil pressure was going down a bit, so I just popped back into the pits and topped up the oil. But as I was heading back out, I like got around the back straight, the like kink at the back of Mallala, and I felt a vibration in the car. And I thought I caught it on camera, but I didn't because my GoPro went flat right at the wrong time, of course. And yeah, I snapped some more wheel studs, as you'll see here. So I made it to the track and I broke my wheel off. Wheel studs, kaputskis. Time to get fixing.
What happened here, Mr. Drifter?
Oh no. Wow.
Sorry, Mallala.
My bad.
Bit of carnage. A couple of days work for Nick next week.
Rough on the gear. Fixed as good as new. Once again, if you look all the way back here, at a quick glance, it looks fine. Good to go. I am once again wrecking things. Pretty good at breaking things lately. Need to spend more time fixing on the Corolla anyway. Alright, now I've got time for a sec just to get out of the wind and film a bit. The Corolla, not the best to be honest. It's, yeah. It is breathing heavily. Obviously I elected not to rebuild it due to time constraints. It's got a secondary filter on there. It's fine. It's probably going through half a litre to a litre of oil a session sort of thing. Not ideal. Also, wheel falling off, not ideal, but hey, it happens. I mean, it looks alright from a distance once again, so it's good to go. After we had a near miss earlier in the wet, we're going to at least get some more sessions in with both Corollas on a big track. Like obviously I've done a lot of driving with Nick, but a lot of small track driving sort of thing. So yeah, it'd be good to actually get some big track driving here at Mallala with the two cars together and hopefully get some cool photos and videos, but see how it pans out. I might break something, he might break something. Things might go to plan, who knows. Full of shit.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff in my eyes and stuff.
Yeah. No, that was good. I wasn't sure if it was going to be slippery in the wet.
What'd you say?
I wasn't sure if the wet, like if the rain was going to make it slippery, so, but it wasn't.
That's good.
How was it though, mate? Good? Was it good?
Yeah, that's fucking wicked.
I think it's wet because he just went off. Slippery. We'll go too. It's real slippery. Very, very, very slippery. Ridiculously slippery. As soon as I entered in that first corner, I was like, oh, it's off, we're off.
Yeah, we just slid sideways the whole time.
Yeah.
I didn't even like straighten up or anything. I was like, wow, what happened?
Alright, the old Corolla has definitely taken a hiding today. She's definitely breathing a bit worse than it was this morning. And yeah, is it going to last this last session? Hopefully. There is a few sessions left, but I've probably only got a couple sets of tyres left to go through, sort of thing. So going to go for a fang, see what it's like. To be honest, it's definitely getting worse. It's to the point where it's almost running on like 5 cylinders while it's idling, then you rev it and it goes to 6 cylinders. So compression is exiting the engine. So until it starts knocking, I might keep driving it, but hopefully it's not going to get any worse. It's probably going to get worse, but poor Corolla, putting in some effort. He's fine. That's what tears look like. So Corolla is definitely done for now. She's back to about 3 cylinders, I think, and yeah, it's not sounding the best. So it you'll see in that last footage there, dropped at least an extra cylinder. Sounds like a WRX now. So, but to be honest, it lasts a bit longer than what I thought it was going to. And this is what happens when you don't do maintenance on your car, and it kills me to do it because like I just haven't had time lately, which has been an absolute pain. But I know I need to make time, but sometimes it's can't. But anyway, take a lesson from this: do maintenance on your car, fix the things that are broken. I know I should have, and like I said at the start of this video, I just flat out was running out of time. And you have those days of drifting though, don't you? So all in all, not too bad a day. Plenty of problems, work through most things, but yeah, time to put the old girl on the trailer. And yeah, she's definitely due for a rebuild. So my plan here is actually rebuild engine, pull out gearbox, try and put a like fourth gear synchro hub on it. And yeah, from there, hopefully, if all goes to plan, I want to do, I think it's round 3 at Mallala for drifting SA. So that's 6 weeks roughly I've got to sort it out. So that should be all good. With all the VN stuff and everything I've got between now and then, I think we'll get there. But yeah, going to wrap this video up here. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next week. So I'm just editing this video at the moment, so I just thought I would touch on a few of these subjects here. One, wheel studs. If you remember back to Summer Nats, I definitely broke wheel studs at Summer Nats too, and I actually just put that down to possibly loose wheel nuts or something. So it turns out these wheel studs that I broke this time, so they're like an extended stud because I run like an extra slip-on spacer. These are actually that same batch. So like I bought a box, whatever, and it come with like enough to do a couple hubs, in this case axles. And yeah, it turns out that this was the other half of that batch of studs. So I'm going to put it down to a bad batch of studs because I'm running that same brand on my spare axles, which are the ones that are in the car now, and they have been in the car for maybe like 6 years, so I've had a real good run out of them. That's why I got some more, and obviously they've changed manufacturing processes or something. So from here on, I'm going to look for some different studs for sure, maybe a different brand, so we don't have this happen again, because now I've got some dents to fix. And yeah, lower control arm, like the bottom trailing arm on the diff from getting dragged in from the track back to the pits. Another thing I probably I don't know. This was one of those days of drifting where I knew the engine wasn't going to last, so I'm not like upset about that or anything. I did probably one good lap all day, so I was that I was actually happy with. And that one lap, my GoPro footage is corrupt, so the audio worked, but the picture was just still, and I can't fix it, and I can't work out. Yeah, anyway. It happens, I guess. It's one of those days. And I also filmed another video just on my iPhone, and that also just come up as like a green screen when I like looked back on it. So that was a pain. Just one of those days. Sometimes things don't work, but yeah, these things happen. We will rebuild. It is drifting. That's just kind of how it is. Things break, things get fixed. Like I said, I'm a bit annoyed with myself just because I'm very big on my maintenance and fixing things. So for it to, probably the thing that annoys me most is the wheel falling off, definitely. Like I said, the engine, I knew that was going regardless of what happened. Kind of glad it didn't throw a rod because I've still got a good block and a good crank. So it just needs some pistons and a bit of TLC, but yep, it is what it is. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to stay up to date. We will rebuild, we will be back.
Hey son.